That hurt. More verticality. Welcome to the Straight Red Card. We are back for segment 3. Wow, shit. This shit never ends. All right, segment 3.
This is a song that never ends.
Based on what we know now, what is the most likely? And we're going to go with 26 players for Gregg's roster. And we're going to hope to make this one fairly short, like 12 minutes. We think. We hope.
Oh, and I brought up a formation creator because I didn't even think the fact that we were just doing a roster. For whatever reason, I had in my mind that we were doing a starting 11. But that's not what we're doing. And I have a roster.
All right.
I don't know what I was smoking there. Wasn't
Not
anything
my
good.
shit.
Wasn't anything good. As I say.
Not the shit I got.
All
right. So, goalkeeper. We'll just start there. There's going to be 3 of them. Maybe 4, but I doubt it. 3. It's Stefan Turner and Horvath. And we're not going to get into the details of how that might all work out. Because that's the next segment.
Assuming everybody is healthy. That's what we're doing. We're assuming everybody's healthy.
Yeah, you can assume that.
I also want to
go ahead.
I will also state that this is not necessarily what we want to see, but what we think Berhalter is going to do. Correct?
Yeah, this is a prediction of the actual reality that we live in, not a fairy tale.
No fairyland, yeah.
No Disneyland teams tonight. This is what we expect because of what we know from Gregg and just how things are going here as things evolve. So Stefan Turner, Horvath. Makes sense.
Yep.
How that all works out, we'll talk about next segment.
Yeah.
Left back. I got Jedi and Bello.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can already... Well, you know what? That's tricky because if Dest is healthy, we've seen him call in Yedlin and Cannon.
Yeah, you can't do that at a World Cup, though.
You can't rely on it. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. You don't have the same flexibility that you have with qualifying, like flip-flopping players, calling players in from,
Oh,
wherever.
no. I'm referring to like when he calls in his like 27-man roster.
26.
I'm saying when he calls in a 27-man roster. I'm not saying that what he's going to do has to do in the World Cup. When he calls in his normal 27-man roster, the wing or the right and left backs are always Des and Jedi, and then he ends up calling Yedlin and Cannon. He doesn't call a backup left back.
He's going to have to for the World Cup.
I 100% agree because I don't necessarily want to rely on Des covering both spots.
Yeah. So, Robinson gets hurt.
100%.
You better have somebody to back his ass up. And, Berhalter's already said today that he's not real comfortable with the backups right now. He's talking about Bello and Vines. Didn't even bring up Scally. So Scally's not a left back in his mind.
Not a right back either, apparently.
No, he's not even a player, apparently.
What's this Scaly guy you're talking about?
Scaly? I don't like the Scaly.
Scaly.
He doesn't chew his gum right. And he likes sharks. All right, right back. Des, Yedlin, Scally. That's who I've got. In a perfect world where I think it's maybe predictable that we might get Scally, but it could be Cannon instead. And it could be Moore instead. But I think we're bringing 3 right backs because Gregg likes to overload on the right back.
Yeah, that's why I put that preface beforehand that this is what Berhalter is going to do. We have no indication that he's ever going to call in Scally.
I agree.
So I didn't put him there. Yeah, I have Des and Yedlin, and if I have to put a 5th one in there, I put Cannon.
All right. Oh, you're probably right.
I mean, I feel dirty saying it.
I do too. That's why I couldn't say it.
Yeah.
It's like I wish lightning would strike Berhalter's dick, and he'd just wake up and go, "Oh, Scally. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, he's pretty good."
Is he from? You ever see the movie Hook?
Mm-hmm.
With, So he's like
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. So Smead was like, he goes, I just had an apostrophe, and he goes, I think you mean an epiphany. He goes, lightning just struck my brain. He goes, ouch, that must have hurt. Phenomenal line back and forth between those two. But yeah.
So I wish it would be Scally, but Brett's probably right. It's going to be Cannon or even more.
Never mind.
Going to be that. But I think Scally's got rabies or something. I don't know.
Maybe Nations League will change his mind. I don't know.
I'm hoping that will happen. That's what I'm hoping will happen.
Fingers crossed, guys.
And then, we could see Reynolds start playing on the regular for Bruges.
He's
Bruges or Anderlecht? What the fuck? Bruges,
Anderlecht.
right?
Anderlecht? He's at Anderlecht.
Anderlecht, okay.
Right?
God damn it. Otis Sowie's at Bruges.
We haven't had that many Yanks abroad reports recently, so it's like out of my mind.
I know. It's out of sight, out of mind. I know what you mean. Center backs, Zimmerman. Stop me if you disagree. Long.
Okay, yeah, I've got him.
Miles.
Yep.
And Richards.
Yep.
That's it.
You got to cut the one player out somewhere. So he has been bringing in 5 center backs this entire qualification.
Yeah.
And if it's only going to 26, he's not cutting out one of his 5 midfielders or one of his 12 strikers.
Right. Yep. I think it's going to be 4.
I think 4 center backs is more than enough.
Yep, I think so too. And if he does add one, I hope it's Brooks or even Ream. Somebody who's going to be like a veteran that could be there just to help the team along, but not necessarily play a lot. I don't think Brooks will like that. So it'd probably be Ream. Ream's a kind of like, okay, I'm going to sit the bench. Fuck it. I'm here to support you motherfuckers.
I think, if I were Brooks, I'd be like, if I got included into the World Cup team, it's just extra money. You're going to make extra half. Whatever.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about who will be a better locker room presence. It ain't going to be Brooks.
I'm just saying that if he gets the option, like, hey, I'm bringing you in, but I want you there as more of a moral support, and you're probably not going to see the field at all. He's probably thinking, at that point, I'd be thinking, well, I'm going to make a lot of money doing this.
Oh, no. Ream would totally take that call up. He's a loyal soldier.
I'm talking about Brooks, though.
No, Brooks won't. And he's not going to get called up because he's not a good bench guy. Like, if he's bench, he's pissed. Whereas Ream's like, hey, I accept my role. I'm here to hold Reyna's hand through this whole situation.
Even at Ream's youth, he was more than a bench player for the national team because he's slow as fuck.
He's not fast.
No, he's not fast.
And yet he played left back for us multiple times. All right. Holding midfielder, Adams Acosta. That's all I got. Holding midfielder.
That's all we've seen. That's all we've seen.
Yep. Center midfielders, Moose. These are the 8s. Musa, De La Torre, McKennie, Busio. It's my guess. I don't know.
I'd be fine with it.
I can't think of anybody else that's going to insert themselves.
I guess the only thing you can make an argument for, and is if he opts to play or position somebody back there that's been generally a winger. I know we've always talked about this, but we have Nations League, we have upcoming friendlies. We could possibly see somebody like Reyna go back into the midfield. I'm just saying.
Nah, not going to see it.
When it was qualifiers, I agree, but now we have like half a year of upcoming games that Greg can start tinkering stuff with. It's possible.
Whenever Greg is asked about that, he just goes into, that's possible. That might happen in the future.
Yeah.
How far in the future? If Greg's saying the future, it ain't the near future, brother. I can tell
Greg's
you that
only got
much
till
right
November.
Now. Greg's a slow learner. That ain't the near future. So Reyna ain't going to be listed as a midfielder.
My favorite comment ever was on Pete's show when somebody said Greg is the Sansa Stark of USMNT's national team. I'm like, absolutely brilliant. I would never have dreamed of thinking of that, but it's perfect.
It's good.
People say that I'm a slow learner, but I do learn.
He does learn. He just learns slow. So he's not going to be listing Reyna as a midfielder for the World Cup. That ain't happening. Not going to happen. And that's while he'd be listed with the wingers, right?
Yeah.
Pulisic, Reyna, Weah, Aronson, Areola, Morris. Hit the road, bitch.
Oh, you're saying Morris is hitting the road?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you lumped him in there. I'm like, wait, then we're back up
No.
to 27 now.
Morris out.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's gone. Ariola's just done more, been more effective when he's actually got time to play. Morris is looking like a fucking tank. You know, big dude with a good straight line speed and not much else.
About it.
So, and then finally, center forward, Pepe.
Yeah.
Ferreira.
Yeah.
Sargent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I feel like Pete Buck's kind of played himself out at this point.
He's fucked himself.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a shame, but I understand at this point. But I think Sargent brings more than Pete Buck does.
But what if in the next 8 months, Pifok keeps scoring at this rate? And maybe you
make an argument for him.
He's in France now. He's back with Rems, and he's like the starting center forward, and he's scoring all these goals.
It'd be weird that they transfer him just to buy him back.
It would be weird. He'd probably be like Monaco or something like that. I don't know. Some other French team. But what if he's doing that? Which he won't. If he goes back to France, he's going to find it infinitely more difficult to score. So, yeah, I'm not sold on PFOC at this point. I was a big PFOC fan and have been, and we both have been, but, he got a shot. You just shot a blank, dude. You can't. If you get that shot, it's that one shot, score a fucking goal.
Well,
dude.
and you have to be going into that game, and even when he's going up to the sideline, and you have to acknowledge that you're looking at being like third or beyond at this point. And I've got 25 minutes to make a case for myself. And he wasn't overly active. He was lumbering around the field. He missed a clear-cut opportunity. I mean, it's sad to say, especially given his productivity level with young boys, but maybe just
that's why he was so devastated after the game, right?
Yeah,
he knew that was it. It was his shot. He blew it.
Barring some rando chance in the future that he can come back and if he continues to produce.
And now he's behind Pepe and Ferrer.
Yep.
In Gregg's eyes, because he didn't get another chance. That was it. He was done. So, Pepe, Ferreira, Sargent. I think Sargent's going to play himself into this discussion, even if Norwich suck, and they're going to suck.
Well, they're gonna get relegated. So I mean, they're gonna bring in a championship striker at that point. But I mean, if Pepe doesn't start playing for Augsburg, then who knows? That position is getting more and more fucking wide open.
Yeah, the 9 is so fucked right now. It's so fucked that I was almost tempted to put Hoppy in there with the new manager.
I think when you're hesitating to say Sargent, I was thinking like, is he gonna say Hoppy?
I'd be like Hoppy, Ferreira, Sargent if I was really talking about guys who had like balls. But Sargent doesn't have a pair, but he's at least skilled. I think he's just as skilled as Pepe, maybe even more.
Not only that, but he's also a workaholic.
He's a utility
player. All over that fucking field.
Yep. And so maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, so that is our 26. Live with it, die with it. Don't have your own. We don't give a fuck. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Obviously, subject to change. We've got however many months, whatever, like 7, 8 months.
Oh, this shit's gonna change a lot.
I don't think it's gonna change a lot. I think we're looking at maybe like a
10% change.
Possible,
Yeah, like a 10% change, maybe an 8%. I mean, it's gonna change though. Yeah. So Absolutely. When I say a lot, I guess even a small change to me isn't a lot.
I mean, here we are saying Ferrer, but he was not even included as an option for a 9 at the beginning of the cycle.
Yeah, and we'll just see how Ferrer does in MLS this season. If he starts scoring goals like a banshee, or maybe Bobby Wood starts scoring goal after goal after goal after goal after goal, and he becomes the new, Wando. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So much shit could happen.
Talking about the national team, they probably don't want to bring Wando's name up right now.
When could you ever? And be assured of not being ridiculed. All right. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. This has been the Straight Red Card. We're going to go on to the final segment of the night. And we appreciate your support, your liking, your subscribing, your sharing it with grandmas, because all of that shit helps. And keep buying the shirts, because we want to see you in one at a U.S. men's national team soccer game. And when that happens, you'll be on here live. We will have you on here.
It'll be our new background. It'll be our new background photo.
Dude, we will have you on here. We'll put you on here with your name and all that shit. Not that that's going to make you a superstar. We're not making any superstars here. We can't even make ourselves superstars yet. So, hey, just keep tuning in. We appreciate it. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card, we'll see you for the last segment. That hurt.